Hey there, welcome back to the channel. If you're over 70, or maybe you've got a loved one who is, today's video is going to hit close to home. Picture this. You're sitting in your favorite armchair, sipping your morning coffee, and you start wondering, how many more years do I have? Am I doing everything I can to stick around for my grandkids, my friends, or just to enjoy life a little longer? It's a big question, right? One that pops into all our heads at some point. Well, here's the good news. Your body's always sending you signals about your health and how long you might live. The trick is knowing what to look for and what to do about it. Today, we're diving deep into the signs that can give you a sneak peek into your lifespan if you're over 70. These aren't just random guesses. They're backed by science, and I'm going to break them down in a way that's easy to understand. No medical degree required. We'll talk about why these signs matter, how they affect your mind and body, and most importantly, how you can take action to add more healthy years to your life. Trust me, you're gonna want to stick around to the end because I've got some practical tips that could make a huge difference. Plus, there's a little surprise at the end about one habit that's so simple, it might just blow your mind. Before we jump in, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss any of our videos on living your best life. All right, let's get started. Why these signs matter. First off, let's talk about why paying attention to your body's signals is such a big deal when you're over 70. Aging is a natural part of life. No one escapes it. But here's the thing. How you age and how long you live isn't just about luck or genetics. Sure, your DNA plays a role, but studies show that lifestyle, habits, and even your mindset can have a massive impact on your lifespan. The National Institute on Aging says that up to 70% of how long you live comes down to factors you can control. That's huge. It means you've got way more power than you might think. Now, if you're over 70, you might be thinking, hey, I've made it this far. I'm doing all right. And that's awesome. Give yourself a pat on the back. But here's the reality. Your body's like a car that's been on the road for a while. It's still running, but it's going to need some extra TLC to keep going strong. The signs we're about to talk about are like the dashboard warning lights on that car. Ignore them, and you might run into trouble. Pay attention, and you can keep cruising for years to come. Sign number 1, your grip strength. All right, let's kick things off with something you might not expect. Your grip strength. Yep, how strong your handshake is can actually tell you a lot about how long you'll live. Crazy, right? A 2018 study published in The Lancet found that weaker grip strength in older adults is linked to a higher risk of early death. Why? Because your grip is like a window into your overall muscle health. As we age, we naturally lose muscle mass, a condition called sarcopenia. But if your muscles are weakening faster than they should, it's a red flag. Think about it. When was the last time you struggled to open a jar of pickles or carry a bag of groceries? If that's happening more often, it's not just annoying. It's a sign your body's losing strength, and that can affect everything from your balance to your heart health. Weak muscles make it harder to stay active, and inactivity is a fast track to other health problems. What you can do. The good news? You can rebuild strength even in your 70s or 80s. Start with simple exercises like squeezing a stress ball or lifting light weights while you watch TV. Aim for 2 to 3 strength training sessions a week. Nothing crazy, just enough to keep those muscles engaged. The American College of Sports Medicine says even 10 minutes a day can make a difference. And here's a bonus. Stronger muscles mean better balance, which means fewer falls. Falls are a big deal for folks over 70, so this is a win-win. Sign number 2, how fast you walk. Next up, let's talk about your walking speed. Ever notice how some folks in their 70s zip around like they're late for a hot date, while others take it slow and steady? Turns out, how fast you walk is a major clue about your lifespan. A 2019 study in the Journal of the American Medical Association found that older adults who walk slower than about 2.5 feet per second, roughly a leisurely stroll, are at higher risk of heart disease, disability, and yes, a shorter life. Why does this matter? Walking speed is like a snapshot of your overall health. It reflects your heart and lung function, your muscle strength, and even your brain health. If you're shuffling along, it could mean your body's struggling to keep up, and that's something you want to catch early. What you can do. Don't worry, you don't need to train for a marathon. Just try to pick up the pace a little when you're out for a walk. Aim for a speed where you're breathing a bit harder, but can still hold a conversation. If you're not sure how fast you're going, use a smartphone app or just time yourself walking a set distance, like around your block. And if mobility is an issue, talk to a physical therapist. They can suggest exercises to improve your stride. Even small improvements can add years to your life. Sign number 3, your memory and mental sharpness. Now let's talk about your brain. If you're over 70, you've probably had a moment where you forgot where you parked the car or blanked on someone's name. Totally normal. But if you're noticing more frequent memory lapses, or if simple tasks like balancing your checkbook feel overwhelming, it's worth paying attention. Cognitive decline isn't just about forgetting things. It's linked to your overall health and lifespan. A 2020 study in neurology found that older adults with mild cognitive impairment were more likely to die within 5 years compared to those with sharp minds. Why? Your brain is like the control center for your body. If it's struggling, it can affect everything from your ability to manage medications to your motivation to stay active. What you can do: keep your brain in tip-top shape with mental workouts. Crossword puzzles, reading, or learning a new skill like playing the piano can all help. Socializing is huge too. Join a book club or call up an old friend for a chat. And don't sleep on sleep. Poor sleep can mess with your memory, so aim for 7 to 8 hours a night. If you're really worried about memory loss, talk to your doctor. They might suggest a cognitive screening to catch any issues early. Sign number 4, your heart health. All right, let's get to the heart of the matter. Literally, your heart is the engine that keeps you going, and any signs of trouble here are a big deal. If you're over 70, you might notice things like shortness of breath when climbing stairs, chest pain, or even swelling in your legs. These could point to heart problems like high blood pressure, heart failure, or atrial fibrillation. The American Heart Association says heart disease is the leading cause of death for folks over 65. But here's the kicker: many of these deaths are preventable. A 2021 study in Circulation found that older adults with good heart health, think normal blood pressure, healthy cholesterol, and no smoking, lived up to 7 years longer than those with heart issues. What you can do: start with the basics. Eat a heart-healthy diet with lots of fruits, veggies, and whole grains. Cut back on salt and processed foods to keep your blood pressure in check. Exercise is key too. Even a 20-minute walk most days can strengthen your heart. And if you're on meds for your heart, take them exactly as prescribed. If you notice symptoms like chest pain or dizziness, don't brush them off. Call your doctor ASAP. Sign number 5, your weight and body composition. Next, let's talk about your weight. Now, I'm not saying you need to look like a supermodel, but carrying too much or too little weight can be a sign of trouble. For folks over 70, being underweight can be just as risky as being overweight. A 2017 study in the BMJ found that older adults with a low body mass index, BMI, had a higher risk of death, often because it signaled malnutrition or muscle loss. On the flip side, obesity can strain your heart, joints, and organs. What you can do: aim for a balanced diet that keeps your weight stable. If you're losing weight without trying, it could be a sign of an underlying issue. So check in with your doctor. If you're carrying extra pounds, focus on small changes like cutting back on sugary drinks or adding more veggies to your plate. And don't skip protein. Foods like eggs, fish, or beans help maintain muscle mass, which is critical as you age. Sign number 6, your energy levels. Ever feel like you're just dragging through the day, even after a good night's sleep? Low energy is more than just a bummer. It's a sign your body might be struggling. Chronic fatigue in older adults can point to issues like anemia, thyroid problems, or even depression. A 2019 study in the Journals of Gerontology found that older adults who reported low energy were more likely to have health problems and a shorter lifespan. What you can do: first, check your basics. Are you eating enough? Staying hydrated? Getting enough sleep? If those are solid and you're still tired, talk to your doctor. They might want to run blood tests to check for things like vitamin deficiencies or thyroid issues. Also, try to stay active. even if it's just a short walk. Exercise boosts energy over time, even if it feels tough to start. Sign number 7, your social connections. This one's a biggie, and it's not about your body, it's about your heart and soul. How connected are you to other people? Do you have friends you chat with regularly, family you see often, or maybe a community group you're part of? Social isolation is a silent killer for folks over 70. A 2020 study in the Lancet Public Health found that lonely older adults had a 50% higher risk of dying early compared to those with strong social ties. Why? Humans are wired for connection. When we're isolated, it can lead to stress, depression, and even physical health problems like high blood pressure. Plus, having people around motivates you to take care of yourself. Think of that friend who drags you out for a walk, or the grandkid who makes you laugh. What you can do: make time for people. Call a friend, join a local senior center, or volunteer in your community. Even small interactions like chatting with a neighbor can lift your spirits. If mobility's an issue, use technology. Video calls are a great way to stay connected. And if you're feeling lonely, don't be afraid to reach out to a counselor or therapist. It's a sign of strength, not weakness. Sign number 8, your vision and hearing. Let's talk about your senses. If you're over 70, you might have noticed your vision or hearing isn't what it used to be. Maybe you're squinting to read the fine print or asking people to repeat themselves. These changes aren't just annoying, they're linked to your lifespan. A 2016 study in JAMA Ophthalmology found that older adults with vision loss had a higher risk of death, often because it led to falls or social isolation. Same goes for hearing loss. A 2019 study in the laryngoscope linked it to cognitive decline and early mortality. What you can do: get your eyes and ears checked regularly. If you need glasses or a hearing aid, don't put it off. Those tools can keep you independent and safe. Also, protect your senses. Wear sunglasses to shield your eyes from UV rays, and turn down the volume on your headphones to preserve your hearing. Small steps now can make a big difference later. Sign number 9, your gut health. All right, let's get a little personal. How's your gut doing? Digestive issues like constipation, diarrhea, or frequent heartburn might seem like minor annoyances, but they can signal bigger problems. Your gut health affects everything from your immune system to your mood. A 2021 study in Nature Communications found that older adults with poor gut health had higher rates of inflammation, which is linked to chronic diseases in a shorter lifespan. What you can do: feed your gut with fiber-rich foods like fruits, veggies, and whole grains. Probiotics, found in yogurt or supplements, can also help balance your gut bacteria. Stay hydrated, and if you're dealing with persistent digestive issues, don't ignore them. A doctor can help figure out if something like irritable bowel syndrome or even a food intolerance is at play. Sign number 10, your outlook on life. Last but definitely not least, let's talk about your mindset. Are you generally optimistic, or do you find yourself feeling down a lot? Your outlook on life can have a surprising impact on how long you live. A 2019 study in Proceedings of the National Academy of Sciences found that optimistic older adults lived up to 15% longer than pessimists. Why? Optimism reduces stress, boosts your immune system, and makes you more likely to take care of yourself. What you can do: practice gratitude. Try writing down 3 things you're thankful for each day. Surround yourself with positive people who lift you up. And if you're struggling with depression or anxiety, talk to a professional. There's no shame in getting help, and it could add years to your life. All right, I promised you a surprise, and here it is. One simple habit that ties all these signs together and can help you live longer. Ready? It's listening to your body. That's it. Pay attention to the signals it's sending you, whether it's a weaker grip, a slower walk, or just feeling off, and take action. Don't brush things off as just getting old. Talk to your doctor, make small changes, and keep moving forward. That one habit could be the key to unlocking more healthy, happy years. So there you have it. 10 signs that can give you a glimpse into your lifespan if you're over 70, plus practical steps to take control of your health. Aging is a journey, and you've already come so far. By paying attention to these signs and making small, intentional changes, you can add more years to your life and more life to your years. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know which of these signs surprised you the most, or share a tip that's helped you stay healthy and vibrant. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone you care about. It might just inspire them to take charge of their health too. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.